Everybody, Captain Lou here for another extravagant few minutes live here on 12 Ounce Sports and the Captain Lou Sports Network on YouTube. Happy Memorial Day weekend, everybody. Hope you're all having a great weekend. Arizona and USC took part in the Pac-12 championship game in their baseball tournament last night. Arizona with a walk-off win in the bottom of the ninth, wins it 4-3. So they're the Pac-12 champions, and they get to say that they are the last Pac-12 champion of any kind, as we bid a final farewell to the Pac-12 conference. As of course we all know, they've dissolved. Some of them going to the Big Ten, some of them going to the Big 12. The rest, I don't know where they're going or where they're going to be at in a few years. But it's unfortunate, but it's a sad ending to the Pac-12. Now we get to just look back on YouTube videos or old videos of the Rose Bowl when it actually meant something for the Pac-12 and the Big Ten. When Michigan or Ohio State would make that trek out to Pasadena every day or every year on New Year's Day, it seemed like. It was something we all looked forward to at New Year's Day. A tradition, the granddaddy of them all, with USC or UCLA, mostly USC it seemed like in the 70s and 80s, Washington, occasionally a Stanford or potentially Oregon later on. But it usually normally was Michigan or Ohio State, Michigan State on occasion, Iowa once in a while, Wisconsin in the 90s. But just like everything else, tradition goes by the wayside when you get the pocketbooks out, and the almighty dollar has taken control of college sports, all from the universities now getting to pay their athletes to NIL and the television networks. That's the main thing, where TV is dictating everything that's going on. So another tradition gone by the wayside. And it's a sad day in college sports with the Pac-12 no longer. Now, instead of a game that might mean something of national significance as far as a bowl game or a potential playoff, hey, Michigan State gets to fly out to Oregon next year on a Friday night in October for a regular season game. USC is going to come to Michigan. And then next year they'll play at Michigan State, or they'll play each other in September in a regular season game. Michigan and Washington will have a rematch of the championship game this year in football in the regular season. No more Rose Bowl, meaning a conference battle between the Pac-12 and the Big Ten. Now, I know everybody says you got to get with the times. You got to change with the times. Traditions change. That doesn't mean we got to like it. You know, again, like I said, used to love New Year's Day. Really looked forward to it. Michigan playing in the Rose Bowl, or Michigan State or Ohio State, trying to go out to the Pac-12 country in Pasadena, trying to win one out there where the Pac-12 had the decided advantage with USC and UCLA more often than not, the Pac-12 champions. But hey, like we said, tradition's gone by the wayside. Can't wait to watch some of these regular season Pac-12 or Big Ten matchups in baseball between USC and Rutgers, or softball between Oregon and Maryland, or who knows what else, some minor college action where it's, they're going to make a lot of money with all of these secondary sports as well. So, yep, tradition is gone. The Pac-12 is no longer, and we bid a fond farewell. There were some great matchups, you know, even in their own conference matchups with basketball with UCLA and USC all those years in men's and women's basketball. Well, again, we'll just have to look up YouTube videos to watch that. So we'll keep an eye on all of that. All right, we'll be right back with more here on an extravagant few minutes. Hi, everybody. Captain Lou here from 12 Ounce Sports and the Captain Lou Extravaganza. If you're like me, you like to go to ball games in person, don't you? Or a hockey game. Stanley Cup playoffs are in full swing. Your favorite NBA team in the second round of the playoffs, or maybe all the way to the top. Major League or minor league baseball, nothing like a Saturday night game at a ballpark. Well, your place to go is tickets.12ouncesports.com. Use the promo code 12ounce too, and you'll get a better discount. We are a ticket broker. We won't make you pay those fees that you'll see at some of those secondary markets. Tickets.12ouncesports.com. Can't say enough about it. It's where I go to get my last-minute tickets to go to a ball game on a Saturday night or any night during the week. Tickets.12ouncesports.com. I'm telling you, that is the place to go. Stanley Cup playoffs, NBA playoffs, Major League, minor league baseball, and more. That's tickets.12ouncesports.com. And those Stanley Cup playoffs are both tied at 1 in their conference finals. Dallas winning on Saturday night to even up that series against Edmonton, 1 game apiece. New York and Florida, they're going to kick off game 3, or drop the puck, if you will, Sunday afternoon. all even up at a game apiece. So those are going to be exciting conference final matchups right to the bitter end. Can't wait to watch all of those. And of course, in the NBA, the road teams, Boston now up 3-0 with a big comeback on Saturday against Indiana, and Dallas won the first two in their conference final as they beat Minnesota. So they're up 2-0 heading home for game 3. So exciting playoff action this weekend. If the weather turns sour, you want a good sporting event to watch, there's great NHL and NBA action as well. And finally, here this afternoon, want to give out our condolences to the family of Grayson Murray. Tragic happening this weekend, only 30 years of age, PGA Tour veteran. Our condolences go out to his family and to his friends, and of course, all of his compadres on the PGA Tour. A tough time for them. So, all right, that's going to do it here. A reminder to hug that special someone and have fun this Memorial Day weekend. And remember what the Memorial Day weekend is about, too. We want to say thanks to all those soldiers that made the ultimate sacrifice so we could do things like this extravagant few minutes, or go to sporting events and, have fun, have a hot dog, have a cookout with our family and friends. And we want to say thank you to all the men and women that served in the military, and especially the ones that gave the ultimate sacrifice, like we said, so we can all enjoy the things we do, including this right here, an extravagant few minutes, and all the shows we bring you here on 12 Ounce Sports. Hey, don't forget, join us for another edition of Captain Lou's Championship Years in Sports History this coming Tuesday night at 7. We don't have a live show this week, so we're going to look back, since Edmonton is still in the Stanley Cup playoffs. We'll look back at our interview as we look back at the 1984 Edmonton Oilers on their run 40 years ago. That will air Tuesday at 7. And then on Wednesday night, 7 o'clock, we'll have another edition of the Captain Lou Extravaganza as we take a look at the quarter pull for Major League Baseball, as we do with a traditional time of the year every year. One of the 4 quarter pulls. It's usually Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day, and then the end of the year. So we'll take a complete look at Major League Baseball and a rundown of everything going on in the NHL and the NBA playoffs. All right, everybody, enjoy the rest of your Memorial Day weekend. Captain Lou saying, keep your heads up, keep your sticks down, keep your feet moving, and as always, keep your minds open. Thanks for joining us here on 12 Ounce Sports and the Captain Lou Sports Network for another edition of an extravagant few minutes. So long.